Now we've been working with projects here in Blend. A project is a set of files that go together to make an application. Visual Studio has a conceptual step above a project, and that's a solution. A solution is a collection of projects that work together to create an application. Now Blend V1 doesn't completely support solutions, but the support that it does have can be fairly useful. Let's take a look at how that works now. I'm going to create a new project here in Blend, and I'm going to call this Solutions. Now when it comes up, if you look over in the Files Inspector, you can see that I've got the Solutions project here, and the tooltip indicates that I'm in solutions.csproj. I'm going to edit this externally, so Visual Studio comes up. Now you may have more instances of Visual Studio up than I do. If you do, feel free to close those down as we go along. Now in Visual Studio, it creates a solution for me up here at the top right that contains my project. Now I'm going to save all, and Visual Studio is going to ask me if I want to save my solution file. I'm going to say yes, and now my solution has been created. Let me switch back over to Blend and open the solution instead of the project. I'm going to close my project, and the Open Project command can also open solutions. So let me go into the Solutions folder and open the solutions.sln. Now when you look over in the Files Inspector, you still see my Solutions project, but above that you see the solution that I created over in Visual Studio. Now I could be going along, modifying my window here, creating my layout, creating my rectangles. But now, let's say I want to look at one of my other projects, or maybe even take some of the components from there and move them over to here. So I'm going to switch over to Visual Studio, and I'm going to right-click my solution and add a project. At this point, I can add any C# or Visual Basic project that I've created either in Visual Studio or in Blend. Now I'm going to grab the Working with Ink project that we did earlier and add its CSproj. Now, looking over in the Solution Explorer, you can see that my solution has two projects, my Solutions and Working with Ink. Now I'm going to save everything just to make sure my solution is set up correctly and switch back over to Blend. Now Blend doesn't watch the solution files the same way it does the project files, so it hasn't immediately noticed that I've changed my solution. I'm going to close my solution, go ahead and save everything, and reopen the solution. You'll see that now over in the Files Inspector, both my solution project that I was working with before, as well as my Working with Ink project are now visible. Now I can double-click window1.xaml over here, and now without having to close one project and open another, I've already got my Working with Ink project visible, so I can go ahead and grab pieces from it and move them to my new window. So let's say I wanted to grab that ink canvas. I can select it, hit Control-C to copy, move back to my window, and paste it over here. Now when you press F5 to run the application, you're always going to run the first project listed in your solution. Visual Studio has got the ability to switch which project you want to start up when it starts, but right now Blend only works with that first one. So as you add additional projects to your solution in Blend, keep in mind it's pretty much only for reference purposes and bringing pieces of those files into your first project or your main project. And that's it for solution support. So let me go ahead and close my solution, and we'll move on.